What's up, everyone? It's me, it's ROB. And today, with this episode, it's going to be a little different. We're going to be talking about a subject that I feel, as one of the leaders of the Youth Action Team, which is a club in our school that talks about and tries to help the drugs and mental health epidemic. I'm going to talk about the drug epidemic in Stoneham High School, because I feel like this is a topic that really should be touched on, because it's bigger than people think, and we really need to do something about it. So we're going to start off with the obvious, and that's nicotine. The most used nicotine is vape, the electronic cigarettes. The most common is a Juul. It looks kind of like a USB. It's like this big. It's typically black. Many teens are addicted to these because they're so easy to conceal and use. That being said, most people use the nicotine in this, obviously. And other people could use a bow or just a regular vape, which it's like this thick, this big, and then at the top, like halfway, it's like this circular thing, so like a straw. You put your mouth on it, inhale and blow out like that. I've asked some people why they done this, do that kind of vape with no nicotine, because it could be just water vapor, and we'll get into that a little bit more after this comment. They do it because the tricks they could do, like with the smoke, in the flavor they get, because they sell these things in different flavors: mint, mango, banana nut bread, inside joke, and strawberry, or whatever the heck. But and when they say it's just water vapor, you're right. It is water vapor, but the chemicals in there have tar that go into your lungs. So that's not good. It might be a safer, keyword, safer. It's just like safer sex. It's not 100% safe, but it's not as bad as other options, which we will get in later in the video, trust me. So it's safer. And then if you're going to choose to use nicotine, obviously it's highly addictive. It's still got that tar, and it does psychological effects on the brain. So that's the most used nicotine product. People unfortunately do this in the bathroom, and we'll talk more about that after, because of course, that's all I'm going to say in this vid. But anyways, sorry, just kind of relaxing late at night. Then the other thing that's used, but not as much as the electronic cigarettes, is cigarettes. Don't use cigarettes. That's the worst form of smoking. You have a 90% chance of getting the negative side effects from this. Then some people do cigars, not too many. It's a safer version because you're not inhaling. It's got less chemicals, but still, don't smoke cigars either. Then, not too many people do this. More of the older kids I see this in. It's like, the popular ones, obviously. Because I feel like the popular, cool people are the ones who typically do these kind of things. But is chewing tobacco. And that is the safest form, not safe, but safest form of ingesting tobacco, because you only have the risk of mouth cancer. And then the other thing I feel like a lot of people do is drinking, obviously. People do this out in the open fields or at parties because, of course. And then the most common alcohol, like beer, I see people using or hear about is Bud Light, because, it's easier. It's the easiest way to get drunk. And then, you know, they use those tiny nibs and get in the Snapchat and do like, because that's what everyone does, duh. And then people are using Four Loko and vodka, in which that's the worst. Do not, and I mean do not do that. Because people don't know how easy it is to get alcohol poisoning, and that is not fun. Next, we're going to look at marijuana, in which this is the only drug, like, people in the, well, like, this is the mainstream drug people use in the school. And, you know, it's really gotten better from years previously, like back in 2011, when people would literally be shooting heroin in the bathroom, in which I thank God that it's now... Hold on. I hear that my mom brought cookies home. Them chocolate chip cookies were very good. But as I was saying, I'm glad that it's now, not legit glad, but that it's Juul. Well, obviously I don't like that they're Juuling in the bathroom, but it's better than what they were doing before. And athletes used to be taking steroids, and thankfully, there's not a single person taking steroids at all in any Stoneham High sport. And then well, I forgot to mention, there's this thing called a dab pen, and people are smoking weed from that. And a big seller for dab pens is Brass Knuckles. Like, that's the name of the company. Anyways, as I was saying about the marijuana thing, not too many people use these drugs, but I've heard, you know, just from hearing around, being in the school, that there are people who unfortunately do cocaine, Xanax, and LSD. And I pray that this whole epidemic will stop, because it kills people. And for anyone who's doing weed, I want you to know that it's a gateway drug. No one, my priest actually said this, he never meant, because he used to be a cop and a Navy SEAL, he said he's never, ever, ever heard anyone go straight from heroin. You know, that he never heard anyone wake up say, I want to be a heroin addict. It all starts with the weed, then it goes to crack or meth. Then they're like, I need to get higher, I need to get higher. And they start doing heroin. Then sometimes it's unfortunately, you know, death. So my prayers go out to anyone who's lost someone to an overdose. And I pray that this epidemic ends soon. We took a look at the manual about drugs and alcohol and nicotine. You know, the school book, and it says that any student who shows up to school or school event, you know, using any drugs, is suspended, not suspended, but like, alright, hear me out, suspended for 90 days from either the sport or attending school events. We also see here that it says use of alcohol or drugs on school property or evening functions, minimum 5-day suspension. Possession of drug paraphernalia, minimum 3 days. Let's keep looking. It says smoking, first offense is a 1-day suspension. Second offense, 3-day suspension. Subsequent offense, 5-day suspension.
From the top to the bottom, the top I stop. At the core I forgot, in the middle of my thoughts. Taking far from my safety, the picture's there. The memory won't escape me, but why should I care? From the top to the bottom, the top I stop. At the core I forgot, in the middle of my thoughts. Taking far from my safety, the picture's there. The memory won't escape me, but why should I care? There's a place so dark you can't see the end. Skies cocked back, shotgun which can't defend. The rain then sends dripping, acidic questions forcefully, the power of suggestion. Then with the eyes shut, looking through the rust and rotten dust, a small spot of light floods the floor and pours over the rusted world of pretend. And the eyes ease open and it's dark again. From the top to the bottom, at the top I stop. At the core I forgot, in the middle of my thoughts. Taking far from my safety, the picture's there. The memory won't escape me, but why should I care? In the memory you'll find me as burning up. The darkness rises up. Moving all around, screaming of the ups and downs. Pollution manifested in perpetual sound. The wheels go round and the sunset creeps behind street lamps. Chain link and concrete, a little piece of paper with a picture drawn. Floats on down the street till the wind is gone. And the memory now is like the picture was then. When the paper's crumpled up, it can't be perfect again. From the top to the bottom, bottom to top I stop. At the core I forgot, in the middle of my thoughts. Taking far from my safety, the picture's there. The memory won't escape me, but why should I care? From the top to the bottom, bottom to top I stop. At the core I forgot, in the middle of my thoughts. Taking far from my safety, the picture's there. The memory won't escape me, but why should I care? In the memory you'll find me as burning up. The darkness holding me tightly until the sun rises up. Now you got me caught in the act, you bring the thought back, telling me that I see it right through you. Now you got me caught in the act, you bring the thought back, telling you that I see it right through you. Now you got me caught in the act, you bring the thought back,